everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I just want to do one page on my Bustling Bees journal, and I thought I'll bring you along for the ride. I was watching Shabby Dabby Duda, and she was doing some flip throughs of her journals, but I started watching it from way back, like in 2017 or so. So I'm kind of not sure. Well, I started watching her flip throughs that she did in 2017, but I've watched it now. So I am not sure what, how old the video was or whatever, and I didn't go and look through her videos to see whether she did something like this. So I'm not sure, but I like the idea and I thought that I'm going to do it today. And basically what it is, she had done a pocket with I'm trying to figure out, I don't know whether it was a flip through book or an altered book that she was doing a flip through on. I don't know. But she had a side pocket, and it could have been an altered book, and she did she stuck the envelope in with the pages. Okay, so I thought that I was going to do it. So I'm nearly done with this signature, but then when I went back I realized that on this signature, I think it was somewhere around here, maybe not there, but it was definitely somewhere here. I need to just sort that out. Yes, it was here. It had this page blank, then this page blank, and that page blank. So I thought maybe I would add something onto this page. So all I did in the interim was that I used my stencil, and I used my walnut stain, and I decorated or stenciled the page. So I'm going to be using that part, and then I kind of made a belly band. So I am not doing a pocket, I'm using a belly band for this purpose, and I am going to be decorating this. Now I pulled this out from somewhere and I can't remember where I pulled it out from. Oh, I'll sort it out. So I thought, let me show you how I cut it down, and then we'll move from there. So I hope you all are having a fabulous weekend. It is Saturday afternoon here in South Africa, and it is cold, and it's raining on and off, and it is really not the best of weather, but perfect weather for crafting, not so nice for anything else. So I was in my craft room for a while, just getting a blanket out, and I'm trying to clean up and craft and do everything. I don't know about you, but I find cleaning up is part of my crafting. Oh, my room is like no means is it neat, but somehow I get it so dirty, so I have to clean it up sometime or the other. Right, so this is an A4 page and I already made one, but I wanted to show you how to fold it. So it's an A4 page, and all I did was that I decided, oh, I'm just going to measure it around there, and I was going to make the envelope that wide. So let's see what that is in terms of measurements. I just thumb-sucked it. I just eyeballed it. I didn't really go in for measurements, but that's, whoa, very close on 5 inches, or just more than 12.5 centimeters. Okay, and I use the width of, or the length of the paper, which is 29.7. Okay, so let's see what I did. So I must cut this at 5 inches now. I must cut it 5 inches wide. So here we go. Let's bring up our scoreboard. Let's put it at 5 inches or 12.5 centimeters. If I want, I can use the bottom part here because that's in centimeters. And just did that. Okay, and I took that out, and so we have that's remaining. And if you want to do tone on tone, then you can make that your belly band as well. Okay. Yes, so it's a perfect weather to craft. And then all I did was I was like, okay, how long do I want my envelope to be? And that's all I did. It's not like it's rocket science or anything. So I'm going to make it the same length so I can give you measurements. Or depth rather. So it's about that long, that wide or that long. And let's see what that is. Excuse me. And that works out to 10 centimeters, which will be about 4 inches. Perfect. Okay, so 10 centimeters, 4 inches. And then I folded this part as close to this here. So I folded it as close as possible, but leaving a tiny little gap, maybe about like really less than 1/4 centimeter. I'll show it to you. Can you see a tiny little gap? Tiny. So if I have to just turn this over so you can see the gap, can you see? So tiny. And that's just so that this doesn't fall onto that, and there's no scrunching or a puckering of the page. Okay. And then all I did was like, oh dear, how long do I want my flap to be? And then I just put a ruler there and I cut it down. So I made this flap. Let's see, how long was this flap? It was about 2.5 inches. Yeah, 2.5, or what's it? 6.5 centimeters. 2.5 inches, 6.5 centimeters. So there's the flap here. And if I have to do that, it's about 6.5 centimeters. And let's say I use a pencil. I mean, I didn't do this. I'm only doing this so I can give you some measurements. Okay, I was just comfortable, like, oh, I think I want it there, and that was it. And then, so let's put our ruler here, and then just tear it. Keep that aside. And then all I did is that I inked it up. Okay, like that. And I'm not going to ink everything up because you really don't want to see me inking. And then all I did was I folded this corner towards that fold line. Okay, and it just touched the fold line like that. And then this corner also towards that fold line. And the reason why I gave you the measurements was just because I got a pretty decent fold when I did that. Okay, so I got a pretty decent fold when I did that. So I thought, no, maybe let me just give you those measurements. Right, so I'm happy with that fold. In fact, I got a more decent fold on this one than on this one, but the measurements are the same. But it's cool. Right, and then all you do now is that you glue these down. So if you want to, you can take out that little part over there. There's a little triangle over there. If you want, you can take that out. Okay, if it bothers you that much, but it doesn't bother me, so I'm going to leave it there. And then, oh, I moved my glue onto this side. and I'm fine with that. You can also use your glue stick. In fact, on that one I use my glue stick, but now my glue stick is right in the back over there because I just tidied my desk, or well, some semblance of tidying, and I don't want to stretch across. So I just added to my I got a video on paper beads. I just added that little thing there to my dangle, just like a cover for that today. And then on my small one, I just added this part to it. But I kind of didn't like it that much for the bigger one. The smaller one looks cute with it, but I didn't want it on the bigger one. So there we go. That's it. And now you can ink up your edges, right? So go around now and ink up all your edges. Ink, 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 ink. So it looks something like this. Now you can definitely do this with two-sided paper. You could probably even get away with 128 GSM, but I think as soon as you start going thicker than that, you might have some problems folding it, but you can try. Okay, so all I did is on the inside of the paper, I stenciled it and I inked all around the edges, inked the front, the back, and stuff like that. Okay, so then now what I'm going to do is that I've got some coffee dyed paper on the side, and you can use scraps. If you've got scraps that are large enough, then please do go ahead and use the scraps. The largest scraps I could pull out were these here for me, and they weren't large enough. Okay, so I'll keep that for another project. I think I'm gonna have to attack my scrap box because that thing is just taking over me now. I've got one for book pages, one for just normal non-patterned like copy paper, and then one for digital kits. And I swear the thing is taking up a life of its own. It's going to attack me one of these days. So I probably have to do a scrap attack video. So I attack it, not the other way around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this and I'm going to look and eyeball again and say, okay, so how far or how wide do I want my pages in here? And I think I'm comfortable maybe around here for those pages. Now I tried folding it in half. You will see that there's one that's folded in half. Yeah, so you can. I'm not sure whether I totally like it. Okay, so whereas on this one here, it's where did I put my marking? Oh, it's from there, from here probably to there, so the gap is a little less. I mean, I'm being fussy, really I am. We don't need to do that. So I'm going to take about two pages and I am going to put it through my cutter like this here. You know, my Mother's Day project is still sitting and waiting for me. Yeah, I'm sorry, this cutter is bigger than the place that's available for me to film, so you will probably not see it being cut down, but let me just quickly give you a measurement there. It's about 4.5 inches. Okay, 4.5 inches that I'm cutting down. Yeah, and I've got the, let's see, I've got the line over there that I want to cut it down to, and then I am going to line it up on this side, and I am going to make sure that everything's good and the line sits in the groove over there. And then all I do is always when I cut, I don't cut right from the edge. Okay, on the side that I'm starting to cut from, I never cut from the edge. I cut away. So if you look at it, my blade is sitting somewhere around here. And then I cut to the bottom of the edge and come back up and then cut that little part out. And I noticed that helps me a bit in terms of with this paper, you know, like a copy paper, it doesn't pucker up then. Okay, so I think maybe we can add more to it, but it's fine because I need it to go through the belly band as well. And then I think I want it up until here. And yeah, so I want this edge to come up till there. And then I'm going to fold it down here like that. Okay, so that's fine. Just meeting up all the edges here. Okay, as much as we can. Remember, this is coffee dyed paper, so it does warp. So trying to get as neat as possible edges. And then if you're fussy, bring out your stuff. But this is a small part to cut down. It's not as, you know, long. And then do that. And then all you do over here is that if you want to add more, we can, or we can just do that now if we want, and add it that way like that. There we go here, and then we'll get 2 pages out of this. Like that. And then all I'll do is, because this is a folded edge, take my scissors and then just cut off a sliver there to make them one. Like that. Okay, so that's just one way of doing it. There's many ways of, you decide what you're going to do. Okay, and then we can actually add that, because that's almost that length, and let's just take off the bottom here. Okay, now I don't know how well this is going to work, but let's try. So we've got a few pieces, excuse me, of paper here. That we can use. Ta-da! Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take them nice. I've got some nice paper to use here, like that. And then I think I want this on the inside. I mean outside. Like that. Just give me a second. 1 minute, please. Okay, sorry about that. My son went out and I could hear him coming up the stairs, and he came to show me that his dad bought him some iced tea. Okay, and that's more like, look what I've got and you didn't get it. Yeah, so all we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we are going to match up the spines. And then we are going to match the spine with the spine of the envelope, and we're going to sew it down. Okay, so what would I do is that I would normally take it, line it up like that. Sorry, I was out of frame, but all I did was I tried to make this centered, and then I'll try to line up the spines like this. Okay, like that. Something like that. And then I'll take a paper clip and put it on this end and on this end here, And on this end, okay, they're not straight. I mean, they're not even. Nice. Okay, so like that. They weren't even, so let's make them even Stevens. So please excuse my son if you hear him. He is busy looking at me and having his iced tea over here. Alright, so that's it. Now we'll take it to the sewing machine and we're going to sew it down, and that's going to go over like that. Okay, so I think while I'm there, I'm going to sew that. I'm going to give it to try to sew the around the belly band, and I am going to also try my skills at sewing this here around here. I'll let you know. Oh, I'll let you see rather how that goes, and I'll be back. Okay, so I am back, and while I was sewing, I had to listen to some people that are sitting near me, namely my son, showing off about his acquisitions, and apparently I didn't get anything. Oh, maybe chocolates apparently. I'm not even sure about that. Yeah. So, ooh, I forgot to put lotion. Well, I did. But, okay, there was something I was supposed to get out while I was away, and I have no idea where it is. So let's just see. Don't know. Give me a second. Let me grab some more. Okay, I'm back. That's my son. And now let's add it to the journal. Just give me a second, please. Okay, so the comedian is in the house. Okay, so all I did now is I pulled out this page. Remember, we decorated on this side. So now we're just going to add this belly band firstly to it, which I stitched like that. And then we are going to add this. But the tip I have is that if you're adding your belly band, then you need to check where you want your envelope to sit, because normally we will add it kind of in the middle, but I'm not going to add it, well, it's almost in the middle, but if I look, I want my envelope to sit like that, because I want to add this here to it and make it a closure. Okay, because it is quite thick, and if I leave it, it's gonna flap up like that. The flap is going to go up. So I want to add my belly band somewhere here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up a pencil, and I'm going to make a little mark on this side and a little mark on that side, and then I'm going to make a little mark on this side and a little mark on that side. So when I add my belly band on, then I know within which parameters they need to sit. So you know me, I use cereal boxes. So this is, I don't know, Pro Neutral, maybe. I have no clue. So just adding my glue here and just taking it up just around the corners over there, a bit around the corners, and I can do that because this is not going to fit there. And now I'm going to line up as best as I can the bottom and the top. There and there. That's what we're going to do. Like that. Yes, so while I'm waiting for this to dry, let me tell you, the last time I checked my YouTube subscribers, it was 468. So we're getting very we are getting very close to the 500 mark now. So I think probably in one of my videos coming up next week, I'm going to give you more details about the giveaway that we're going to have in terms of the digital kit that's going to be up for grabs once I reach 500. Now I just wanted to let you know, the last time I did 100 subscriber giveaway, even though it stated that there were 100 subscribers, and even though some people commented, for some reason or the other, if you don't make your YouTube subscription public, I can't pick you up as a subscriber. So you may even have still commented, okay? Or no. So you may be a subscriber, but I can't pick you up because you didn't make your YouTube subscribership, if there's a word like that, public. Okay, so just a tip, I don't know how to do it. I only know it told me that. So I don't know how you make it public. There must be some setting somewhere. But if you choose to, take a part in these giveaways and things like that, and the only way we can track someone is or to know how many subscribers or whatever, is to actually for you to make your subscriber when you subscribe, make it public. Maybe there's other ways, but I couldn't track it when I did my 100 subscriber what am I talking about? Giveaway. I couldn't check all my subscribers. I think out of the 100, I think I was only able to view 67 or so. So I don't know why. And it told me, because the person chose not to make their subscribers like that public or something like that. I don't know. But then I was such a novice then. Not that I am any better now. Not that I'm any better, but nevertheless. Just taking out the glue over here. But it dries clear, so I'm fine with that. But I just wanted to do that. Right. Okay, I think someone asked me where I got this from. It's in most of your craft stores, and it comes I would say look at the where they do quilling, the quilling section, because that's where I found mine, the quilling section in your craft store. And for South Africans, because I don't know where it is in every other part of the world, but I found it in my craft store. And I know that Westpac, okay, has these bottles that look very similar, but they're not the same, and they don't come with the nozzle. And this one is much softer than the Westpac one, Okay, so don't think you can get away with buying the Westpac one unless you have some sort of trick up your sleeve. But this is where you get them. They come 2 or 3 to a pack, and the only tip I can give you is that it must be soft with that nozzle, and you keep your nozzle clean by putting in a oh my goodness, what is this called? A stainless steel pin in it. Okay, all right, so while we're waiting for that, let's just finish this off here. So that's what, if I think it was, oh, Natasha, if I'm not mistaken, Natasha, I think you asked me about it. So just so that you know, that's it there. So let's do that here like that. Okay. Just adding that there, and that there, like that, and waiting for it to set. Yeah, so that's where you get those ones from. And then what I'm gonna add now here at the bottom is one of these here. So I will add this this to I will make some comment of it on my Facebook group, but the place I bought it from, they don't do online. So if there's an online shop that does sell the items that I get, then I will advise you of it. But other than that, I can only tell you where I bought it from. Okay, and this is something like the other envelope I did. It was also a belly band here. Well, it was it? No, it was. No, it wasn't. Okay, so there we go. That's gonna go in there like that, go right down and tuck in like that. So that's that idea, and it was inspired by Shabby Dabby Doodah. So thank you, Tina, for that a bit of inspiration there. As I mentioned, Tina put it into a pocket, I think in an altered book, and I'm not working with an altered book here. I'm working with a journal. So I thought, well, why not, instead of putting it in a pocket, why not create a belly band for it and then add it to the belly band. Okay, so that's that over here. So if you like, why am I using the word so often? If you enjoyed this kind of content, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And if you have not as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel and you would like to see more of the creations, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And also please consider joining my Facebook group, which is Sunny Creates Junk Journals. And we have some freebies over there. I'm continuously trying to put in freebies in there, and also some discussions. We are also running a what's this word I'm looking for, a competition on the Facebook group Sunny Creates Junk Journals. And all you got to do on that one is that you got to post at least one creation for the month of May, and you stand a chance of winning a digital kit. So and that ends at the end of May. That competition ends at the end of May, and I do believe that I think I'm drawing on the 2nd of June on that one over there. So the rules are simple there. One creation, post photos of your one creation on Sunny Creates journals, one or more, okay, at least one, and you stand a chance to win one of the digital kits in my Etsy store. So yes, and then I'm on Instagram, and if you like what you see on this digital kit, and you want to follow along on the series, which is almost coming to an end, then check out my Etsy store. This is the Bustling Bees kit. So that's it. Excuse my son. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you have a fabulous week ahead, and I'll be back tomorrow with our A to Z times 2 series, a video on that. And we're doing upcycling, well, a bit of upcycling, and some may even say recycling in it, but that's cool too. And we are going to see, I'm going to give you my ideas of how I kind of recycle, upcycle in my craft room. Yeah, so that's it. So take care. Once again, have a blessed week and weekend and day, and happy creating until I see you again. Bye bye, everybody.